Good morning everybody, welcome back to another vlog. I hope you're all doing well. We are up bright and early this morning, it's Saturday and I think it's about 8:30 and we are getting ready for the day. The first thing that we're going to do this morning is walk to get the weekly shop. I'm starting the meal plan for the week, so one thing that I wanted to incorporate into this week's vlog was our kind of grocery haul for the week, so what we get for the week and how we meal plan. It's something that I have been more focused on and kind of more intentional with since lockdown. Obviously we're only supposed to go to the supermarket when it's essential, and we are kind of popping in as we'll go to the supermarket here and there usually when we need bits, and we'll do a main weekly shop, but we kind of pop in and out here and there. So I have been trying really hard during lockdown to be intentional with what we're buying at the supermarket and making a list so that when we go in it's easy and we know exactly what we're there for. So let me show you what I've got for this week's meal plan. So the way I like to work it is I just have this huge notepad and I just like to write by days what we're going to have for dinner. So yesterday David and I sat down and we just had a quick chat about what we're going to have for dinner. It sounds like it's a really boring thing to do and he doesn't enjoy to do it, but it's not boring. Like it's good to do it because it means that we're set out and we're planned and we don't have waste and we're not running out of things. So this week I actually was feeling a bit dry on inspiration, so I went online and had a look to see if I could find any websites or anything to give us some good veggie recipe inspiration, and I found this website called Skinny Taste. I think it's an American website because she uses words like eggplant and things when she's doing her recipes, and all her recipes are in cups and ounces, so I think she must be American, but she has so many recipes, loads and loads of vegetarian options. You can filter her recipes to what you want. So if you're on a keto diet, if you're vegan, vegetarian, if you're dairy free, she filters her recipes for you, which I think is so easy. So I printed off 3 recipes, but I decided only to use 2 this week. And the 2 that we're going to use off of Skinny Taste are the lighter eggplant parmesan, so lighter aubergine parmesan, which it looks as though it's kind of like a lasagna, but instead of the sheets it's made with aubergine, so that looks great. Another meal that we've got on the meal plan for the week is one called Fish Florentine. Although David's vegetarian, he does still eat fish, so this one is a white fish on a bed of creamy spinach and peppers and garlic, and I've put on the meal plan that we're going to have this with the crispy potato. No, I've put on the meal plan that we're going to have this with some steamed broccoli. So that one only takes 15 minutes to make, so that will be easy enough to do when we come home from work. And then other things I've got on here are pretty staple for us, so things like a veggie stir fry. Another staple for us is kind of chili bowls or Buddha bowls. So a chili bowl, we would make a kind of beef chili using corn or meat-free farm. Make the chili and we'll put it in a bowl with some rice, some avocado, some homemade refried beans, which I recently learned how to make, and they are such a sweet little addition to any bowl. They just make it feel so much more fancy and so much more filling. And then what we do is we crush some tortilla chips over the top, or we just kind of put them around the side. So that's quite a staple for us during the week. It's really fast to do. On the Thursday, so the last day before the weekend, we've got just veggie bowls, and what we do for veggie bowls is we just use any veg that we've got left in the fridge at the end of the week. We chop it all up, put it on a roasting tray, cover it in oil, salt, pepper, garlic, and we just put it in the oven to roast, and then we assemble it in a bowl, maybe with some rice, maybe with some couscous, maybe with some spinach or lettuce, and we assemble that all together, and it's a really good way just to get rid of everything that's left over in the fridge. So that's on there. And other things that we've got on here are veggie burgers. We use the Linda McCartney veggie burgers. I think they're so good. And the last thing we've got in here is for Friday, and it's a spicy cauliflower pizza. That's a vegan one that you can get from Aldi, and my friend Jordan told us about it and we bought it, and I cannot believe that it's vegan. It's one of the best pizzas I've ever gotten out of a supermarket before ever. So that's become, rightly or wrongly, that's become a weekly staple in our meal plan as well. So this is our plan for this week. And then what we'll do when David comes through, I'm just going to make us some coffees, and we're going to sit down and we'll go through the recipes and pick out the ingredients that we need. We'll write a list and then we'll head to the supermarket.
So I just would like to thank the patrons. If you can like, subscribe, dislike, whatever, man. What a wonderful kind of day.
Get to learn to work and play.
Hey!
Hey!
I love that for a wee second I thought you'd folded that really quickly by just going like zoom down, but I didn't realise I had a tear in it already. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I thought you just went like and it folded like
Were you
perfectly.
impressed?
Aye, it was actually. That's it.
Right. Breakfast is all done and we are about to head out the door to the shop, but as always I just wanted to quickly show you what I'm wearing today. Again, it's nothing fancy, just a jeans and a t-shirt situation for going to the shops and stuff, but I will show you anyway. So this is what we've got today. It's just a black tank top kind of situation. It's like a ribbed material. This is from Monkey. I got it last summer. I love these. I wear them all the time. I actually wish that I'd bought more than just the black one because I really like the fit of it and it's really comfy. It's dead soft. So I've got this wee ribbed tank top on with these trousers. I actually got these trousers out of Primark last summer as well. I think they were about £12 or £13, but they were a dupe for some BDG ones that I'd seen in Urban Outfitters. I think the Urban Outfitters ones go for about £50. And I found these ones in Primark and they were basically the same thing. A bit of a lighter denim than the BDG ones were, but they've got the same contrast button and the same contrast stitching. Kind of similar to the Topshop ones that I was wearing in the last vlog, but these have got more of like a kind of baggy feel to them. I've just got on some Nike socks as always, and I don't have any shoes on yet, but I'm just going to wear I think I might wear my slip-on Vans today. And I'm just going to chuck a hoodie on for a walk to the shop. And we've got this culprit on the bed. The Steve's Master.
Symptoms.
David's been logging his symptoms on the COVID-19 symptom tracker. So that's what that alarm is every single morning, like clockwork.
10 o'clock, put your symptoms in, so it's the same every day.
Should we go to the shops? On the cheek. Ordeal. The queue was really long today, but It was fine. I just went in and David stayed outside as per usual. I wanted to quickly show you what we got at the supermarket. As I said earlier, I've split it into kind of per meals. I've shopped per meal, so there's not much fluff this week. The past couple of weeks I've been quite bad at buying biscuits and packets of crisps and all those things that we just don't need. So I didn't do that this week. I've stuck to my shopping list for the most part. So I will show you what we've got just now. So this is our 1 week's worth of shopping. So it's Saturday today and I've planned that this will take us up to Friday next week. So here I've got a bag of unwashed spinach. We put spinach in those bowls that I was telling you about. I also put it at the side of dishes, just instead of lettuce sometimes. Often we do crispy potatoes and we mix it in with spinach, which is lovely, with a bit of lemon juice. Anyway, sidetrack. We've got some unwashed spinach. We'll be using that for the fish recipe this week, and probably also the veggie bowls. I got some romaine lettuce. This stuff is actually really big. It was 2 really big bunches, do you call that, of lettuce? So I got those. 2 basmati rice, because we use these a lot as well for the bowls. We've got a chili bowl this week and a veggie bowl, and we'll use those for both. I got mushrooms because we love mushrooms. We put mushrooms in everything. Broccoli, red onion, 4 avocados, 2 aubergine for that aubergine parmesan dish that I was telling you about. A bag of baby potatoes. We prefer to make our homemade chips, but we make them kind of small little crispy cubes rather than the long chips. So that's what these are for. I got us multi-seed rolls, just because we are going to be having these burgers tonight. So I got us these, and then we can freeze the other 2 and keep them for another night. I got some Grana Padano cheese, 2 bags of light mozzarella, again that's for the aubergine bake. I got a soft cheese, which is for the fish recipe. Some more red pepper hummus because we love to snack on this. Some raspberries for snacks, some apples. Pink Lady apples are like my obsession. I'm obsessed with these apples. I have one every single day. So that's the bulk of the weekly shop. I still need to get the fish fillets for the fish recipe. They don't do fresh fish in Aldi, so I'll need to go back to Morrison's or somewhere another day and get the fish. What else did we not get? Oh, they never had the vegan pizza that we wanted for Friday night, so we'll need to go back and get that, or we might make our own pizza, depending on how we feel. Then I've got some extra bits over here, so this is just some tuna. We have tuna quite a lot for lunch times. If we're feeling super lazy, we have tuna pasta for dinner. I got us 2 bags of these. These are just the Aldi's own lightly salted tortilla chips. These again are good for having with the hummus. They're good for having with the chili bowls. They're good for having with the veggie bowls. We just kind of pick at these through the week. I got some eggs for Dave to have for his breakfast because he's in the house a lot just now. And I got these packets because he was saying that he's a bit bored of having just wraps and sandwiches for lunch. So I thought I got some of these pastas for him to have. This one is cheese and tomato, and then the other 2 I got are spinach and ricotta. And then lastly, of course, I got a bottle of wine. This is the Touraine Sauvignon Blanc. This was actually a recommendation from my mum. I was on the phone to Mum this morning and I asked her which wine from Aldi she would recommend, and this is the one that she told me to get. I think it was $5.99, $6.99. So I'll have a glass of that later. So there you have it. As I said, this week I've really stuck to shopping for meals. So what you see there is literally what I need for each meal. There's no extras in there. So feeling good about that. We are both quite hungry just now, but it's only 12:10. So it's a wee bit early for lunch. So I think what we're going to do is put this shopping away, and then I might have a cup of tea and a little custard cream. So not to make a habit of this whatsoever, and I really don't make a habit of it, but I just got another package in the mail. I think, yes it is, it's from Cult Beauty. So I have been using just this Superdrug's own nighttime moisturiser for so long now, and it's just really doing absolutely nothing for my face whatsoever. And I was watching Jamie Genevieve during the week there, and I saw that she was using some The Ordinary face serums. She was using the Buffet and an acid. So I went on to Cult Beauty to order those, and I ended up picking up a couple more bits. So here it is, and I thought I would just open it with you, since you all seem to really enjoy the whisk being opened. So here is a little Cult Beauty haul. I've actually never ordered from Cult Beauty before. I've never been on the website, made an order or anything. I really don't tend to buy makeup and skincare products online. I'm much more of a go into the shop, feel the product, smell the product kind of girl. But obviously at the moment I can't do that. So I went online, and this is the box that I've got here. So I will just open and show you what I've got. What I liked actually about ordering on Cult Beauty is that at the end of the order, it's maybe just because I'd spent a certain amount or whatever, but I got to pick 2 free samples, and they were like good quality free samples. It wasn't rubbish that you would never buy. So I've got some free things to try and do as well, which is exciting. So first of all, I'll show you the Ordinary stuff that I got. So these are the 2 boxes that I got from The Ordinary. So the first one is Buffet, which is the multi-technology peptide serum, and the second was the retinol 0.5% and squalene. The reason I only got 0.5% is because I read that they do 0.5, 1.5 and 2%, and people were saying that sometimes if you're not used to using it yet, it can make your skin quite sensitive and quite dry, and I'm quite prone to dry skin around here and on my forehead anyway, so I don't want to encourage that in any way. But I do know that using retinol is meant to be really great for your skin. So I just got the 0.5% in squalene, and then I got the Buffet. I am 27 now, and by no means do I think that I'm old, no way. However, I am aware that I was using a pretty cheap nighttime moisturiser, and my skincare at nighttime wasn't probably, or isn't probably what it could be. So I'm finally taking the advice of my mama, and I've bucked up my ideas, and I've got myself some good skincare. So these are both kind of targeted to early prevention of ageing. Again, we're creeping up on 30 here. I'm not wanting to start getting saggy. I want to stay quite bouncy. So doing everything I can, right? So this one says it visibly targets textural irregularities and signs of age, which is great. And this one says that it visibly targets surface hydration, fine lines, wrinkles, dynamic lines, which I don't think I have got maybe that's a dynamic line, and textural irregularities as well. So I'm going to be so photoshopped and so smooth, so those are great. And then next thing I got was a NARS. Now concealer is another thing that I've always just kind of used, like from Boots or Superdrug. My favourite is the Rimmel one with the orange cap, but I've noticed recently that it's been making my under eyes quite dry, and also when I was putting powder on, it was looking quite cakey and it was really setting into lines. So I probably would never have bought this had I not been on Cult Beauty for The Ordinary stuff, but I was, and I did. So here we are. I just got the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I feel as though everyone's been talking about this for time now, and I'm fairly late to the party, but people still talk about it all the time, so let's just see what we think. I got the shade Ginger. Which looks as though it would be alright. Yeah, that's good. I think I've chosen the right shade. So I'm excited to try that. That was a bit of a splurgy purchase for me in terms of concealer because I don't tend to spend money on concealer, but I have, so I'm excited to give that a go. And the last one that I bought, this is really cheeky. So before I mentioned about the powder that I was using on my concealer and I was saying that I felt as though it was making my eyes kind of cakey, well that was the Rimmel translucent pressed powder, and I just felt like it wasn't giving me enough, plus I ran out of it. So when I was on Cult Beauty, I got this, it's the Hourglass translucent setting powder, it's the Veil one. I've also seen people on YouTube using this, but again it's just something that I've never used. But it's not pressed, so I'm absolutely not going to open that just now because it will spill all over my clothes and all over my carpet, and I can't be bothered hoovering. So this is what it looks like. It looks fancy, doesn't it? Love that. I'm going to feel so bougie with my NARS and my Hourglass. It's just a translucent powder, so there's no colour to it, so I'll just pop it under my eyes and hopefully it's quite brightening as well. And I'll look like a spring chicken, I'll look so awake, and hopefully people can tell that I've spent far too much money on an under eye powder. So that's all that I got from Cult Beauty, but I just wanted to show you guys what I got since it was my first time shopping with them. I placed the order I think on Tuesday and today's Saturday and it just arrived, so it was pretty fast considering the current circumstances. But yeah, I'm excited to use all those things. I just wanted to show you all what I got in case anyone was interested, but that is it from Cult Beauty. So it's a little bit later on now, I think it's probably about 6:30, and the vlog is about edited. I just need to add some music to it, so that's exciting. I think I'll have it up tomorrow if David is nice enough to do the music for me soon. We're just sat here on the floor. I actually really wanted to go out another walk today. I just feel a little bit like stiff and not like I've moved much today. I checked my steps and I've only done 5,000 steps, and I've done like no other form of exercise, which ain't so good when all you're doing is eating, because that's the only lockdown hobby that I've got, it seems like. But we've got sidetracked as usual, and I'm currently sat on the floor in the flat at the window, and David is playing guitar, which is lovely. We just learned Luke Combs, who's one of my favourite country bumpkins, we just learned his song and we've just had a good old sing along to that, which was lovely. Well, probably not for our neighbours because I cannot sing, but it was lovely for me. And now he's just playing on the guitar and I'm sat here relaxed but very keen and eager to go out and get a little bit of sun and just get some fresh air. Do you know, that way I just feel like I need to get up and move and walk, so I think we'll do that before we come back for dinner. But yeah, it's been a pretty chill day, not much else to report. What have you all been up to today? Have you done anything exciting? A lot of my friends are already drinking. I've seen some Aperols, I've seen my friend Erin, she was in the orange wine. So I think I'm going to have to crack open that bottle of wine with my dinner later. We watched Get 'Em to the Greek last night. We got a takeaway from the Indian down the road and we watched Get 'Em to the Greek, which is one of my all-time favourite films. I always forget that I love it, and then we were scrolling through Netflix last night and I saw it and I was like, oh my god, yes, that's one of the funniest films I think ever made. It's absolute gold, I loved it. So we watched that last night, so we'll need to think of something good to top that tonight. Please let me know actually if there's any films that you think that we need to watch. We quite like an indie film, we like a Jonah Hill, a Seth Rogen, we like a Inception style film, we like a documentary. Although I haven't watched Tiger King yet. Is that supposed to be like a documentary? I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm just blabbering now, so I will show you quickly this little goose playing his guitar and then hopefully we're going to go for a walk. Nice slippers, pal.
Dad slippers.
Dad bod, dad slippers.
What?
Tell me which one.
So
to 1. You just the slash me.
Basically slash.
Everything was a friend but now and then when I see her face.
I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I'll play you a plethora of Blink-182 songs though.